Hi there, Director of Photography, Alec Watson. Today we're gonna go back to fundamentals, the fundamentals of a clean sensor. Man, there is nothing more frustrating in my world than when I go out for a shoot and I've shot something with like a larger depth of field, maybe a scenic. Often it'll be something a little more like a campaign thing where we need deep depth of field. I'm closed down to f8, somewhere to f8 to f11, and all of a sudden that sensor dust is in sharp focus and you've got splotches on people's skin. I decided one day, never again. I've come up with a workflow. Let me take you through it. So what we want to do, we want to start off with a baseline. Find something that is kind of a mid-gray. I'm going to shoot this monitor. Okay, I've got a 1 second exposure to get it to kind of a grayish white. But what's important is I'm shooting up at f10. I want it actually out of focus on purpose, and it doesn't matter that it moves because the dust on the sensor is not going to move. So now that I've taken this shot, I can zoom in on the back of the camera and scan around for some potential dust. And sure enough, so sensor cleaning. Every camera on the back, when we go in, we will find somewhere in the menus a cleaning mode. For Canons and Nikons that aren't mirrorless, their cleaning mode is going to flip up the mirror and open the shutter. Super important that you do that and that the shutter doesn't close down on you because that's going to damage things. So cleaning mode. The Sonys are much easier because they don't have a mirror that you have to flip up. I can hit cleaning mode and it'll shake the sensor around, but honestly, I can't say that it's ever like saved the day for me. So this is something I've seen a lot of people do. They will open up the camera, they will take the blower and blow out the camera, which I gotta say, in theory, that is a great idea. But I tell you what, we only found one spot of dust earlier on, right? If I take this shot now, I am willing to bet, so let's have a look. Zooming in, so we can definitely rule this guy out. A really bad option for cleaning your chip. So things that are great, sensor swabs, dry and wet, we'll use both. And this little silicone sticky. It's like one of those lint rollers that you have to wash and get sticky again. This is a great invention and it's an awesome thing to use in coordination with these. We're gonna start dry. I will take a dry sensor swab and I am gonna run it one direction over the surface of the sensor. There we go. That's our first pass. Lens back on and then a test. We've got some dark marks around basically the edges. So this guy is a silicone sticky brush and it comes with what looks like little pieces of tape. There we go. Don't want to put my fingers on there. The idea being that this backing is non-residue and it will take off the dust off that will stick to here. The dust sticks to this sensor electrostatically, and for interest's sake, we're actually never cleaning the sensor. There's a piece of glass, there's a filter over the top that filters out infrared. So anytime we're cleaning a sensor, we're actually not cleaning the sensor itself. There's a piece of glass and they're surprisingly hardy. We still want to be gentle though, right? So we take our silicone sticky and we know that we're after the corners on this, so we just give a little pressure on the corners. After you've put that on, we're just going to take this guy and stick it onto here, and voila, the dust stuck to the release layer. It really, really works. Let's check out how we did. Test shot, much, much better in the corners now. There's some stuff just up in this top corner. Final little nagging pieces in those sides that won't come out. We're gonna go with a wet cleaning. So to clean wet, we're gonna open up a fresh brush, take it out by the end. We dab a little bit on here and you'll see the fluid running through. We don't want a ton of this fluid going onto our sensor because that's going to smear. You want to use the right size for your sensor, and you just want to sweep it from edge to edge just once and as straight a line as you can across the sensor. Last test shot at f11. We are zoomed in and I don't see anything. It took me a long time to develop a little workflow that worked 100% of the time. I hope you get something out of it. If you do, please hit like. That's going to help me out. It would also be great if you hit subscribe, because we're going to be going out and shooting all sorts of things. My background started out in shots like scenics. I wanted to be an Ansel Adams. I shot portraits along the way. I did a bunch of weddings. And then as all that grew, I got to shoot all sorts of things. I'm going to get to pass that along through these online lessons. So if you want to be notified, make sure you hit that little blue notification bell so you are in the loop. I look forward to seeing what we can shoot together. Please put some comments down of things that you might like to see, and I'll see what I can do for you. Together, we're going to make the world a better and more beautiful place.